my name is Rachel Howarth. This is a video to demonstrate the safe sighting, management, lighting and safety procedures surrounding a campfire for my level 3 Forest School course. So to give you an idea of where we are, I am currently using a garden and I have permission to use this site. At my usual Forest School site we do not have permission to use a campfire, so I'm doing this here. I've created a fire base which is approximately 1 metre square and filled it with soil to replicate a kind of natural surrounding, so you can see the fire being lighted on the soil. The soil is damp but not too wet, so it will be good soil for a fire. When lighting a fire at forest schools, you need to be careful of the surroundings that you choose, and particularly in dry weather conditions. So you need to think about, are there overhanging trees that are quite low down, and ensure the fire does not have any embers that might light up and be blown towards those. The other thing to think about is the surrounding area on the ground, so clearing any leaves that might be dry on the ground or any debris from the forest, and ensuring that it does not catch alight, particularly in drier, sunnier, warmer conditions. It's important to make sure that the area is safe, and there will be days when it is not safe to light a fire, particularly in these dry times of year, because there is a potential hazard of embers being blown around and starting a wildfire close by. So this is my site that I've chosen. You'll notice that behind me there's a big clear space, so if I need to get up and move away, I can do that immediately. So here I have got my fuel and my safety items. I'm using my respectful kneeling position so I can get up and move away from the fire if necessary. At a forest schools, in the setting you would have a entry point where children come into the fire pit area, walk around the outside of their seating, and an exit point where everybody would exit from. And nobody would come close into the fire square, the fire pit area. It would stay at the seating area around the outside. So, I'm going to go through my safety items. I've got my heat-proof gloves here. I have got a bowl of water for any minor burn injuries. I've got my fire blanket and my larger bucket of water there for extinguishing the fire later. I also have a first aid kit which has got a burns kit inside if necessary. So, well, we've got our fire site ready. We're going to have to think about the fuel that we'll need. So here I've got some tinder that will begin my fire, and then I've sorted some natural wood that I found. We've got kindling and then larger pieces of fuel. I've also got some sticks here that I will be using as a base for my fire. So it's important to think about the fire triangle when you are lighting a fire and have the fuel, the heat and the oxygen circulating so that we can make sure our fire is sustainable. When we're lighting a fire, it's important to think about the fact that it's a campfire, not a bonfire. So we don't want big flames, we don't want lots of smoke, we want to keep it small and manageable and useful for cooking. So at forest schools it's really important to ensure that the fire is safe for children to use as well as adults. So introducing children to cooking on the fire is a really lovely idea, and it promotes good teamwork, and we'll be doing that in another video.